Before I start today's episode, I want to really quickly apologize for the dodgy audio in this. I've been messing around with my microphone a little bit. I'm a lot happier with how it is now than what it was when I recorded this video, so yeah, I apologize for that. Anyway, on with the rest of the video. Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to another episode on the survival world. That's right, we are back once again, and today we are starting things off in a bit of a different location. Yeah, I know, we're in the middle of all our builds here. You can see there is the starter base here. We've got, TNT town over there, the spawn area, and we've got the fox pen. We've done a little bit, we've done a fair amount in this world so far, haven't we? We're episode 39. Wow, 39 episodes. I did not think we would get here. I'm going to be totally honest. This was meant to be a bit of a temporary series, but it has gone far, and I am incredibly happy with how well it's gone so far. Look at that little fox. He's just sitting on the rock there. If you didn't see the previous episode, we did a lot of work with foxes. We brought a few over here. We, built this little enclosure for them, which I personally am really happy with. I'm really happy with how this went. You can see we got a couple rocks over here and a couple foxes inside. Yeah, hello. Got some sweet berries for them. Tried to, make it look like their natural habitat as much as physically possible here. Obviously, we can't really do anything about the grass color and stuff. But, yeah, anyway, welcome back to another episode. Today, what we're going to be doing is something that I have been hinting at for a while now. Something I've really wanted to do for a while now, in fact. I want to build some pathways, because we've got quite a few builds in this world. If you haven't seen any of the other episodes we've done, let me do a quick recap. We got the starter base here. This was the first thing we built. We got the fox area, which we built literally last episode. Over here is the start of TNT town. This is a town that's powered by TNT. Haven't really done a huge amount over here. I need to do more. I do a lot more with a lot more projects. But currently the witch farms are broken, and I still need to figure out how to fix those ones. I might have to delete some of the chunks. Anyway, this is our spawn chunks. It's got like a permanent, a proper entity processing loader here. Got quite a few chickens from that. You can see we got a fox holding a sword there. And let's just quickly fly over. We got the sorting system over here. This is a cool little build. We might be able to expand that type of a thing soon. Over here we have what is so far the viewer recognition hall. There's not really a huge amount to it, is there? But then if we fly over here, we've got the witch farm project as well. So yeah, you can see we got a witch farm there. We got this massive central hub area here, where basically we get all the drops in here. Obviously this isn't functional yet. You can see we don't actually have much of the redstone. I want to do it in shulker boxes like this. This is just temporary for like dirt and a little bit of grass as well from clearing all this area out. So yeah, that's basically all the builds in this area so far. Yeah, we need to do a little bit more work with, all the different things in this area here. But yeah, that'll come in a later episode because currently I have barely any redstone because the witch farm hasn't been working, and I haven't really had time to work out how to, delete chunks and all that kind of stuff, work out different programs, different ways of doing it. But yeah, anyway, what we're going to be doing in today's episode is building the pathways, as I said just before. So, what we're going to do, I think, is what I'm going to do, I got like a little map up. I, downloaded a map from Mine Atlas, did a few markings on there, and yeah, I'm going to show you that. Alright guys, welcome to my desktop. Here we have a map taken from Mine Atlas of our survival world. Right here, we're on paint.net. That's a program I like to use. Anyway, let's go. This might seem a little bit more familiar to you if I do this. So these are the locations of everything. We've got the starter base, which is in the middle of the forest here. We've got the little fox area with the weird stripe of plains biome. We've got TNT town over here. The spawn is right here and the sorting system is there. We got the flower farm and this viewer recognition hall that I've been working on a little bit off camera here. We also have the witch hub area that is over in this swamp somewhere. So yeah, that is the general gist of, where everything is. And if we enable this layer here, you can see we have the pathways I kind of want to make. So I want to make one that goes through this little dark oak, which I have a couple plans for. But yeah, I've got one coming through here to go to the sorting system from the spawn area. as well as one connecting the sorting system and the starter base, and then one that goes all the way north up to TNT Town, branches off west here to the spawn and also east to the foxes, which should just kind of skirt past the fox area, maybe go a bit diagonal here and then up to TNT Town. That's the general idea of that one. And then the spawn, we're going to have the west path, which is a major pathway. There's a village somewhere over here. So this will connect all the way to the village, which is somewhere over here, going past the viewer recognition hall, and of course, the witch hub. So yeah, that's the general idea for what I want to do for, all the pathways in this area. And obviously, as we add some more builds, we'll add a few more pathways and stuff like that. But yeah, anyway, I think that is pretty much the pathways I want to do. So for today's episode, I think we're going to work on the one that goes from the starter base to the fox area and TNT Town, and possibly even to spawn as well if we're able to. So I think we're going to focus on this pathway today. We might be able to do this one from the starter base to the sorting system as well, but we'll see how we go. So yeah, I think I'm going to start work on planning out a bit of a path, like a proper path from the starter base to the TNT Town via the foxes area and the spawn area as well. So yeah, there we go. A fun fact, that was actually recorded before any of this intro stuff, because of the way OBS works. I didn't want to have to close it and reopen it. I think I'm using an old version with some old bugs that they've fixed now probably, but I just haven't bothered to update. So yeah, I have to deal with the bug where if you go into a full screen application, it doesn't record your desktop anymore, which is kind of annoying, but to be fair, I brought it on myself. If I want to fix it, I can just update it, and yeah. Anyway, so for reference in the real world here, the real Minecraft world, is I want to make a pathway that goes across here, and then maybe goes a bit diagonal up here, and then links up to TNT Town, which is just over here. So you can see, I want it to link up to this little pathway here. I'm thinking of doing a bit of a tunnel there. I think that could look pretty cool and pretty futuristic and stuff, I guess. And also, I did get a comment on the previous episode about this boost bow. Episode 35 is when I went through how to do all this. You need to get like a data pack and stuff. But yeah, I'm pretty proud of that episode. So yeah, please be sure to check that out after this episode if you're interested. Obviously, you don't have to, but yeah, anyway, enough self-promotion. So yeah, I think that is what I'm going to go ahead and do. Now, how I'm going to do it is another story, because I'm not 100% sure. A future project I'd like to do is build like some sort of like a squid farm in the center area here. So I think I'm going to make the bridge that goes to the spawn maybe across here or something. I think that could work. It's going to be kind of hard because I need to clear out all these lakes around here for the squid farm, right? So it's going to be a bit difficult, but yeah, I don't know. We'll see how that works out. Anyway, so I think what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to just grab a few materials and try and start working on a bit of a pathway design. Oh, but of course we need to clear some of these trees first. So yeah, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to start from the starter base here and build a pathway that goes that way a little bit. Let's get rid of all of this wood here with the cocoa beans on it. I think we've got quite a few cocoa beans at this point. Yeah, 24. We got a bit more in the sorting system as well. So yeah, I think I'm going to chop a few trees down here, go out to this little plains biome out here, and yeah, I'll be back with you once I have a few materials on me to start building this pathway. Okay, so I have just finished clearing out this. I went to sleep and I somehow duplicated the bed. How did I do that? Uh-oh. That's something that hasn't been a bug since like Minecraft full release. So we can like just duplicate loads of beds here if we wanted to. I don't really want to. But that's kind of cool. That's kind of funny. A nice little bed duplication glitch. It's always a good thing every now and then. You know what? I feel like we should fill a shulker full of beds and just leave it just for very very emergency purposes only. That's the only reason you need all these beds. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. There we go. A nice shulker completely filled with white beds. And now let's just duplicate another one so I get my original back. And yeah, emergency purposes only, people. Emergency purposes only. If you have an issue with it, it's just for fun. I'm probably never going to use those beds. And if I do, you can let me know. You can have my word on it. I'm not going to use those beds. Anyway, what I was going to do at the start of this clip is say that I have gone ahead and cleared out some of these trees. Hello, guys. Where did you come from? Where? Okay. Oh. Huh. Okay, I do not remember this at all. Does that go down to the cactus farm or the iron farm? Cactus farm, right? Yeah. Okay, interesting. Anyway, I did hear those baby zombies somewhere, but I guess they didn't really trigger anything. Alright, so what I'm going to go ahead and do is we've got a little bit of space for a pathway along here. I have tried to trim this back. Unfortunately, I picked kind of a bad area because it's halfway between, you know, up and down, but I think I managed to clear out some good space here. So now what I'm thinking is I use mainly oak. Where'd my oak wood go? Okay, apparently I have lost my oak wood. I was just chopping down these trees. How did I lose that? Okay, anyway, let's fly. Maybe this, maybe there's some form of issue going on with, you know, multiple items in this snapshot. But yeah, anyway, let's go ahead and grab a little bit of wood here. See, I knew exactly what shulker it was in because it was colored. Oh yeah. Okay, anyway, let's fly over to our area over here. And that should be right here. Man, you can definitely tell the grass color difference. I like the forest grass color, but one of my favorites would probably have to be the birch forest. But yeah, what I'm thinking of doing is using a combination of oak logs and oak leaves. This is going to be difficult because the theme of different areas changes slightly. So it's going to be kind of challenging to get this right because, you know, if we make a pathway out of oak going into TNT Town, it's going to look a little bit strange, right? But I reckon we could do something with a tunnel through there. But yeah, anyway, let's try and get a basic design going here, and then we can plan out where this is going to go. So I think I might want to incorporate some path blocks into this design as well. Something like that. I think that could work if we do something like that. And maybe we can even, if we use these oak leaves, we can maybe do some form of like jack-o'-lanterns maybe? We don't actually have a pumpkin farm, so that might be a bit of an issue. But how wide are we going to make this? So if we do like, let's start here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 maybe? As the total width. So we can use some of that for, you know, side bits and then have some bits going along the middle here. Now I'm debating whether I want to go with like a more natural looking path using some gravel and stuff, or whether I want to go with, you know, like if I want, do I want to go with something like this with the path blocks, or do I want to go with something that looks structured? I'm thinking something along the lines of structured, possibly. Actually, you know what? No, I changed my mind straight away. I know, but I changed my mind. I think I want to go for something not quite as structured going into this area. So what I'm thinking is maybe a combination of... Oh, I've got so many ideas rolling around in my head for this. You know what? I think it's better if we just hop into the testing world and try and come up with a design in there. Because we're going to just keep messing around with different things in here, trying to get materials, and it's just going to be challenging. So I think it's better if we just hop into the testing world and see what we can do there. Alright, so I'm here in the testing world. We've strayed quite far from anything we've done beforehand. You can see right over there was a chicken farm stuff we were doing right there. But if we look here, this was my first path design. Fairly simple. I expanded on this a little bit with this, where I used some oak planks instead. I used some birch leaves and even hid some glowstone underneath. I kind of like how this looks. I'm going to do the walking down view first because I don't want to spoil everything. This is the next one I thought of, which, you know, after I thought of those two, in the actual survival world, I was like, oh, what if I do something like this? This could work, you know, mostly gravel, but occasional mossy cobblestone. And then I thought of something like this, which I actually really like this. This is starting to win me over a little bit. And then I expanded on this a little bit more to this. Yeah, I like this a lot. I really love the green color that's making its way vividly in here. I really like how, yeah, there's a lot of green in this build. Let's do a walk down for each of these. I didn't really build this one far, did I? But yeah, you can kind of see when you're walking down it, you don't have a huge amount of space and it feels a little closed in with these hedges up here. Same kind of goes for this one. It's a bit wider though, but it feels more like a road, so I don't know about the wideness. This is, it's alright. Not really the biggest fan of this one. This one I do like. a decent amount, but it feels a bit flat. This one isn't quite as flat, but these, you know, posts up here aren't quite as good, I don't think. Maybe if we do them less frequently. So if we only do a couple every now and then, instead of doing them all the time. So if we just do this, how many blocks is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's try 5 blocks apart here. So if we do like that, and expand this a little bit further, add, you know, these, and these, just like so. There we go. And if we go ahead and I put these as night sensors, so they only turn on at night. Unfortunately, highly doubt that this will light up the pathway here. But anyway, if we do that, you can see it looks a little bit better. What I was thinking is maybe using some slabs along here. Oh yeah, that looks infinitely better. Yeah, okay, I really like that. I think this might be the design I go for. The 4 blocks wide really works well, even though it is 4 blocks wide and it's not a 3 block wide thing. It doesn't have a center block, which I like having center blocks, but I kind of like the 4 block wide thing, and I think this looks really good. And if we have maybe the grass level up at this level as well, I think that could work. And it could even work with the grass going up like that as well. Kind of, not quite as well though. I think, yeah, having the grass level like that works pretty well. Okay, I think this might be the design we are going to go for here. We're gonna need a lot of vines for this though. And I think we could start a little vine farm somewhere along the line, because I want to populate our world with a bunch of little farms. A vine farm would be a perfect example for a little farm we can just have somewhere along the line. So yeah, what I'm thinking I'm gonna do is I'm going to get maybe 5 stacks of each thing. I might regret saying that. Probably not. Maybe just a stack of each thing to start with. And yeah, we can start, you know, planning out some of these pathways here. No, I'm too excited. I'm starting work now. I'm going to start work on it right now. So this is how many blocks across? Probably too many, right? So we want to start off with using some of these. Let me make a crafting table out of this here. We actually might want to use a stone cutter. Oh, we had a crafting table in there. Oh well. But yeah, if we use a stone cutter here, which is also a wood cutter technically, if you try hard enough. Oh! Oh no! The data pack isn't working. What's going on with that? Okay, I guess I just never added it. Alright. Interesting. Well, I don't think they're meant to be here. Yeah, no, definitely not. But yeah, these are the data packs we have. I tried to keep it minimal when I did it, but yeah, anyway. We should have a couple more, actually. Yeah, okay. I don't know what's going on. I think it might be not showing all the data packs or something, but anyway. It doesn't really affect us that much because we're just crafting up slabs here, which you don't lose anything in the crafting table. But yeah, so basically, let's try and make it as close as we can over here. So this... and then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 maybe in between. That could work. I reckon 7 in between will work a lot better. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and just like that. Okay, cool. Now in between we have, you know, 4 blocks, 3, 4, and then boom, just like so. And then build these up like that. Now in terms of making a step up, we can probably just do that pretty naturally and pretty easily here. That feels a lot less wide on here. No, I kind of like it. We can even, you know, we can always add some more trees around here if we need. Now this is looking pretty ugly because rule number 1 of terraforming, straight lines are not good. Nobody likes straight lines. So we want to try and, you know, make this not really a straight, unnatural line here. Yeah, that looks a little bit better. It's got a nice curve to it. Alright. And then we can also go ahead and plant a couple more trees here if we'd like to. So let's plant one here and maybe up here too. And now this is a weird little plains biome here, but I think that's alright. And I also want to connect it up to this area here using a pathway. But yeah, we can do that in a little bit. Alright, so we've got this little area started here. Now I think, yeah, it is definitely... we definitely are going to need some of, you know, a lot of vines here. So, is this going to be where I wanted to make the squid farm? I think it is. Let me, oh jeez. Let me fly up here just to get a better look at it. And, yeah, that's definitely where I wanted to make it. So you can see the pathway, it's going to go up there. Oh, I'm so excited. I've wanted to do this for so long, and we finally have a pathway project going. Awesome. I'm just trying to think of a good location for the vine farm here. Maybe if we bring this further into the dark oak forest a little bit, so maybe into like here, we can maybe have it going along this wall here. Yeah, I actually really like that. So will that go in here through a straight line? I think that'll be fine. Let me just double check here. So this straight line goes through here, right under this tree, so we're going to have to get rid of that, and across here. Yeah, we can definitely do that. Alright, perfect. Now I think what I need to do now is I'm going to clear out a few of these dark oak trees, make way for yet another pathway. But yeah, I think what I'm going to do now is I'm going to clear a bunch of trees in there and continue the pathway along just a little bit, and then we can start work on a bit of a vine farm here. And there we go. Alright, so I've been working on building this pathway, but I've been terraforming this area ever so slightly, just to remove a little bit of land over here, make this a little more of a gradual slope up here, so it didn't, because it kind of just went like that. So I smoothed it out a little bit, made it look a little bit better. I really enjoy doing this because it's not really super difficult. It's just, I don't know, it's kind of fun to go through, make everything look a little smoother, get rid of some of the hard lines and whatnot. And I don't know, it's just enjoyable to do. So now what I think I'm going to do is maybe make a gap here, and then we can make a pathway that goes up to this little fox area up here. Yeah, I think that'll be good. We can probably use a lot of path blocks for that, I'd say. You know, maybe do some form of a staircase here. For now, I'm just going to add a bunch of path blocks, so we can do this. And make it curve around a little bit so it doesn't have to feel straight. You know, do all that kind of stuff here. Alright, it's not perfect. I am very willing to admit it's not quite perfect yet. I kind of want to add some, you know, stairs and stuff. Maybe some slabs going up here. We actually have a few slabs on us. So why don't we do that now? Yeah, do something like this maybe. Maybe we can get rid of that. Replace that with a path there. Add a couple more slabs. Just, yeah, add some slabs going up here. I think that would help it a lot. It'll make it easier to go up here, but also just make it look a little bit better. So let's do that, and let's add that, and yeah, there we go. Nice. Don't know about this little bit here. Maybe we can go ahead and add those in. Boom, boom. There we go. Yeah, alright, perfect. I really like that. Okay, cool. Something I think I might want to actually do as well is make path block side. Yeah, I think I might add that to my resource pack. So let's do it right here. That didn't really work very well, did it? It's night time now. Oh, it's because I opened it to LAN. Okay, I was wondering about that. I was like, why is it night time? It shouldn't be night time already. Jeez. So yeah, there's the path block sides. It's not perfect, but it looks a little bit better. I do like it a lot more, especially with these. Maybe not when they're exposed from the side like that. Yeah, let's go ahead and just cover that one up there. Also, I don't love this little gap here. Yeah, I reckon we can help improve that a little bit. But yeah, I think, yeah, that looks a whole lot better. Okay, yeah, awesome. So now I think all we need to do is continue the path along here to where the vine farm will be. So we need to chop down this tree here as well. And this tree will have to go down in the future as well. Jeez. I haven't added any of the lampposts. It might even be better without the lampposts, actually. Yeah, I might not even bother with the lampposts. I think this will look pretty good. But yeah, anyway, let's go ahead and continue the pathway over here and start work on a mini vine farm over here. Yeah, I think that'll be cool. Okay, I know I said I'd cut to when I've, you know, built more of the pathway, but I've built barely anything, and I am doing a bit of an experiment here. Oh, yeah. It looks kind of weird, doesn't it? But going into the dark oak forest, I thought it would be cooler if we used some of the dark oak wood, right? Because we're going to be in the dark... I don't want to use too many fireworks here. But we're going to be in the dark oak forest for a little bit of time here. Yeah, you can see it stretches all the way over that way. So I thought using some dark oak wood would blend in a little bit better with the environment. Because if we use, you know, some of this wood, you can see it's very bright compared to the grass. So I thought this might blend in a little bit better. And while it does look better, I think this transition is kind of horrible, right? Maybe what we can do is if we go ahead and get rid of these, we can replace this with like some form of stone arch that goes around the top. Maybe not just out of stone, but out of something else some form of archway that signifies the entrance to the dark oak forest. I think that could be pretty cool. And we can even go ahead and add like another dark oak tree over here type thing, which is opposite this, and that creates some form of like a band as well. I don't know, it could be a cool little idea, so I think I'm going to experiment with that one a little bit. Yeah, so let me get to work on that one here. A stack, maybe a stack, yeah. Whoa, 2 stacks! Alright guys, so I figured this episode was getting a little too long, so I decided to put in that montage in there. It's been a while since I've done something like that, you know, since I've done that's annoying. Since I've done, you know, a third-person time-lapse or a montage type thing. I had to go all the way back to episode 34, I do believe. To actually, you know, get the little asset where it comes up in the corner saying what song it is. That's kind of annoying to put in every single time. That's probably partly why I haven't done it. That shot was incredible. But yeah, anyway, I think what I'm going to go ahead and do is end off today's episode here. So yeah, we made a decent amount of progress. We, you know, built this in here. I do need to work on shortening these videos a little bit. You know, not talking about as many things, but I don't know. This is the first episode I've ever recorded working on, you know, pathways or anything like that. It's kind of like a more off-camera kind of project I've found, where I just kind of show it between episodes, I guess, but I wanted to, you know, get it started on today's episode, and yeah, I might be working on this a little bit more in between episodes as well. But yeah, anyway, I think I'm going to go ahead and end off today's episode. I really hope that you enjoyed. If you did, please consider liking, subscribing, whatever. Next episode is episode 40. Is that right? Episode 40? Jeez, that's a lot of episodes. So, yeah, I'm thinking we might do some form of like a Q&A video for that one, so keep your eyes out for that. Anyway, I really hope that you enjoyed this episode. If you did, please consider liking, subscribing, whatever. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.